What's up, poop heads? Welcome back to Backcourt Bites, your favorite place on the internet where we overreact to everything happening in the NBA. Today, we've got 5 insane storylines, a team that went from 28 straight losses to 13 straight wins, an overtime classic with Demar, the Rockets cooking the Suns on national television, Zion finally looking like Zion, and Tyler Hero coming back like he never left. Strap in, drop a like, and let's get right into it. All right, you want the craziest glow up in the NBA right now? The Detroit Pistons. Yes, Detroit Pistons just won their 13th straight game, sit at 15-2 on the season. This is the same franchise that not long ago lost 28 games in a row. You cannot make this up. 28 losses in a row, 13 straight wins. A couple years back, Detroit was basically a graveyard. They were the league pass punishment game. You turn it on when you hated yourself and no other games were on. Cade Cunningham was supposed to be the savior. He was hurt all the time. Lineups were weird. They were just stacking L after L after L. That 28 game losing streak felt like rock bottom, to be honest. Fast forward to right now, 13 wins in a row, tied a franchise record, and they're sitting in the best record in the East, which it's the East, so relax. But still, very impressive from the Pistons. Cade Cunningham has officially entered the you need to watch this guy tier. And in this win, he's dropping efficient buckets, running the offense, closing games like the number one pick he's supposed to be. You can see it in their pace. Detroit used to walk the ball up, look at each other one on one, throw a brick up. Now it's transition, drive and kick, extra pass to the corner. But there's a real difference here, their identity. Those old bad boy teams, the 2004 squad, they had it in the personality, tough defense, connected, no easy buckets. This group is starting to look like kind of like a Gen Z remix. Scrappy perimeter defense, young legs flying around, role players who know what they're supposed to do. You got old guys stepping in, bigs protecting the rims, wings hustling to balls. Things losing teams just don't do, and that's why they're not losing. The best part, they're doing this without a traditional second star. It's more like an army of good players who all bought in. If this version of Detroit is real, they're not just a cute regular season story. They're one big trade away from being an actual contender in my eyes. So let me know what you guys think. Are the Pistons actually a top four team in the East, or is this just an early season sugar rush? I want to see your predictions. Where do you guys think they finish? I think they finish top four, but I'm not sure I'm bought into playoff success yet, but they're looking pretty good. Speaking of predictions, almost nobody predicted this next storyline, an overtime thriller where DeMar rewrites record books while Anthony Edwards drops 40 and still gets an L. Let's talk about the Kings versus the Wolves. This game felt like April basketball in November. The Kings storm back, win in overtime. DeMar climbs to 24th on the all-time scoring list. Anthony Edwards drops 43, looks like an MVP. It had everything you could ever want from a game. The Wolves came in riding a high of being one of the West's best teams. Ant is hooping. Defense looks elite. They got a very we are here now energy. The Kings, they've got DeMar DeRozan. They've got the beam, but can they consistently win tight games against top competition? Not usually, but this matchup answered that question in the wildest way possible. Fourth quarter, Wolves are up double digits. Ant is cooking, jumper after jumper, feels like they're about to grab a statement road win. Then the Kings just flip the switch. DeMar gets to the line over and over and over. Malik Monk starts hitting those microwave shots. The Sacramento crowd starts to pound like it's a playoff game. DeMar finishes with 33 points, a perfect 15 for 15 from the free throw line. That's just old school DeMar, grind you down. I've been doing this for 15 years, basketball. And with one of those buckets, he passes Alex English to move to 24th on the all-time scoring list. That is kind of wild when you say that out loud. DeMar now sits ahead of names casual fans would swear are higher than him. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards, man, he drops 43. He hits ridiculous tough shots. He looks like the best player on the floor at all times. And yet in crunch time, Minnesota's offense just tightens up. You see a lot of ISO, tough contested twos, not a lot of ball movement. It's like the Wolves still haven't really figured out who they want to be in the final 3 minutes. We talk about Minnesota as a dark horse contender, but until they can consistently execute late, they're flirting with being a fun second round exit instead of a contender. So, Kings fans, Wolves fans, talk to me. Is DeMar DeRozan a lock Hall of Famer? Are the Wolves' crunch time issues a real concern, or is this just early season noise? Drop your takes below. I'm going to be responding to all of them. Let's watch the end of this overtime game, and then we'll move on.
DeRozan at 28. Achua trying to stick Edwards. Got him in the air. Oh, the float game.
And that's the second time we've seen that with that step through. And that is his counter to these heavy closeouts that he receives because he's such a phenomenal three-point shooter. And it looks awkward. It's totally legal.
Great footwork. 41 points and a turnover and a takeaway. Murray for the lead. Kings by 3. Monk on Edwards for the tie. Achua with the rebound. Westbrook hit the deck. McDaniels now tasked with Murray. Westbrook out top. It's DeRozan. Back out to Westbrook. Had a notion, then pulled it. Went halfway down and out. Sacramento still up by 3 points. Edwards into the front court.
And you know he's going to be the one that's going to take the shot.
Working against Westbrook. Goes tween. Back out to DiVincenzo for the tie. Battle underneath. Monk. Fantastic, interminable energy and hustle. What a play by Malik.
And I would think it's safe to say that this crowd greatly appreciates the effort they're seeing from Malik Monk tonight, sacrificing his own body.
Got some food here with Gobert. Malik missing the shot, and Murray with the steal and a timeout called by Sacramento. Sale right now. Westbrook out top. Here's DeRozan. Staring down Gobert. Little tween into the corner and nobody home.
Oh, and Russell Westbrook was cutting to the rim right there. Demar looking for that corner three. Just a little miscommunication now.
Parmesan with no limits.
Randall to inbound. Here's Edwards, guarded by Murray. Got down into the paint and slammed it. It's a 1-point lead now for the Kings. Edwards up to 43.
And Doug calling a timeout here.
I tell you what, Monk, Murray, and DeRozan. A lot of offensive options there for Sacramento. Levine coming in cold. Goes into the backcourt. Monk fouled by Jaden McDaniel. They form up in a line. And Monk got run over. He got bulldozed.
Clark absolutely ran right over the top of him. Massive mistake by Clark, but you have to give credit to Malik Monk because it was the ferocity of which he cut when they gave the ball to Sacramento that forced that to happen.
They get it into DeRozan, who's fouled immediately by Conley. He'll get 2 shots and a chance to make it a 2-possession ball game. 29 points. I'm not even going to play around with an announcer jinx. That's 12 of 12 from the free throw line. The lead is 3. If he makes this, it's a 2-possession game. That's huge for Sacramento. Love to see the Kings make them use a little bit of clock, bringing it up court after the free throw. Little full court, 94-foot pressure. DeRozan makes it a 2-possession game.
Oh, Precious!
There it is. Precious Achua with the steal. Sacramento on the throes of victory.
All right, now let's go from veteran cementing his legacy to a rookie announcing himself on national TV. Let's head down to Phoenix, where the Rockets walked in and cooked the Suns, even without KD on the floor. The Houston Rockets just walked into Phoenix on TV, beat the Suns by 20 plus. Amin Thompson dropping 28, and Aaron Holiday turned into Steph Curry off the bench. If you're not taking the Rockets seriously yet, what are we even doing? Houston's been quietly cooking. They've won 11 of their last 13. They've got one of the most annoying defenses in the league, and their young core is starting to figure it out. The Suns, on the other hand, still have enough talent where losing this badly at home is not supposed to happen. Let's start with Amin Thompson. He goes for 28 points, attacking the rim like it owes him money. Every time he turned the corner, it felt like Phoenix had no idea how to stay in front of him. The thing that jumps out isn't his stat line. It's the pressure that he puts on the defense. He constantly is driving. He's forcing rotations, creating open looks for his teammates. Then you add in Aaron Holiday, who apparently woke up and decided flamethrower today. 22 points, 6 threes. All of them felt like they were back-breaking shots. Here's where the drama kicks in. Suns fans are already nervous about depth, defense, and about what this team looks like now since they have no KD. So when the Rockets, a team that was a joke not that long ago, come in and run them off their own floor, you can feel the panic. On social media, Suns Twitter is doing the classic cycle. Fire the coach, trade the roster, we're cooked. Meanwhile, Rockets fans are going full we are him mode. And honestly, they've earned it. Here's my prediction. If the Rockets stay healthy, they're going to steal a first-round series from somebody who thinks they're better than Houston is. They've got the length, they've got the physicality, and now they've got the momentum, and now they have Kevin Durant. So I'll ask you guys this. Who are you more worried about right now? The Suns? No. Or whoever draws the Rockets in the first round. And do you buy Amin Thompson as a future All-Star, or is this just one hot night? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Speaking of hot nights, there's a guy in New Orleans who finally reminded everyone why he was once the most terrifying prospect since LeBron. Let's talk about Zion and the Pelicans dropping 143 points after a 9-game nightmare. The New Orleans Pelicans just scored 143 points, snapped a 9-game losing streak, and Zion finally looked like the engine of the offense. If you had Pelicans blowout win on your bingo card, you're lying. Pelicans have been in a dark place. 9 straight losses. Their head coach got fired. James Borrego steps in as the interim coach, and the vibes have been downright depressing. Every loss feels the same. Inconsistent energy, defensive breakdowns, Zion kind of drifting in and out of games instead of stamping his presence. Then they run into the Bulls, and something clicks. Zion ties his season high 29 points, and it's not a quiet 29. This is rim pressure, free throws, spin moves, your too small body language we used to see all the time. But the key word here is pace. Under Borrego, even in just this game, the Pelicans looked like they were trying to run more actions and actually put Zion on the move, catching downhill, picking on mismatches, getting him in the early offense before the defense is set. And when Zion is engaged like that, everything else just opens up. Shooters get cleaner looks. Defenders are terrified to help off the corners. The Bigs feast on offensive rebounds because the defense is scrambling to pick up Zion. Is 143 points sustainable? No. Is this exactly the kind of emotional reset this team needed? Absolutely. Now here's where the conversation gets real. We've been here before with the Pelicans. Zion has a huge game. Everyone says they've turned the corner. Then the injuries hit, the effort dips, and we're back to square one. So, in my honest opinion, this game is proof of concept, but not consistency. It shows that the Pelicans can be, but until we see this for 10, 15 games, they're still firmly in the show me category. So, Pelican fans, do you still believe that this core can work around Zion, or is it time for a major shakeup around Zion? Let me know in the comments. If you're running the Pelicans, what is your next move here? And while we're on that topic of comebacks and fresh starts, let's head to Miami, where one man walked back onto the court after ankle surgery and immediately started closing games again. Yeah, Tyler Hero is back. Tyler Hero just played his first game of the season after ankle surgery, casually dropping 24 points, closing out a tight 106-102 win against Dallas. If you forgot how important Hero is to Miami's offense, he reminded you really quick. The Heat have been doing that classic Heat culture thing again, winning games they probably shouldn't, defending like maniacs, and getting random big nights from their role players. But one thing you've definitely missed is a true three-level scorer who can create his own shot. That's where Tyler Hero lives. On the other side, you've got the Mavs still missing Anthony Davis, trying to piece together enough offense and defense to stay afloat. Tyler Hero starts the game 0 for 4, and you're thinking, all right, he's rusty. It makes sense. Then he hits 12 of his next 14. And that's not just I'm back. That's I never left. He's hitting step back mid range jumpers, movement threes, little floaters in the lane. You can literally see the spacing change when he's out on the court. Defenses have to honor him in a way that they simply just don't with Miami's other guards. And then there's Khalil Ware, who quietly throws up a 20-18 three-block game like it's nothing. That's the kind of game a big man makes you pause and go, wait, if this is real, Miami might have something serious. Bam Adebayo does Bam things, anchoring the defense, making smart passes, coming up with key plays late, including a huge defensive stand that basically seals the game. Meanwhile, the Mavs, they fight back, they tie the game late, and then they just run out of answers. This is the risk when you're missing Anthony Davis, and you don't have a ton of two-way depth. Every possession is a slog, and one or two mistakes just swing the game. Here's my hot take. When Hero's healthy and engaged, he might be the actual X factor Miami has needed since they've lost Jimmy. He turns their offense from grind it out to, oh, we can actually score. Heat fans, Mavs fans, natural sickos, do you think the Heat need Tyler Hero to make a real playoff run, or is he the piece they should trade for a bigger star? And for Dallas, how worried are you about their depth once the season really gets going?
Bigs go get it if they miss.
Bam! Stole the inbounds! The captain stole the inbounds! Game is tied, 44 seconds left. Hero to the paint. Got it! Tyler Hero tosses it up. It's short, and the Heat hang on and win.
All right, now we're getting into the play of the day. Previous play of the day was Kobe White over 2.5 3-pointers. He ended up voiding because he didn't play. It's going to happen sometimes in the NBA. Play of the day today is going to be James Harden over 3.5 3-pointers against the Lakers. I like that one. I also like LeBron James under 20.5 points. Whichever one of these two you want to rock with. Let's keep track of those, and we'll see you guys next time for that. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell so you don't miss tomorrow's breakdown. Because the way the season is going, there's always another story coming. Drop your hottest take from today's video in the comments. I might feature it in the next episode. This is Wes with Backcourt Bites. See you next time.